I'm sure you've come across pictures of top politicians with seers of various institutions. Why is this so prominent in Karnataka? Saffron-clad monks with thousands of followers in tow dictating terms to the current government from public podiums is a common sight in Karnataka. Almost like the Hindi heartland, but very unlike the rest of South India. And this is one of the reasons that Karnataka remains to be the only South Indian state that BJP has managed to swing. So just why is this state so unique, and why do these monks have such political clout? I'm Deepthi Rao and you're watching SoSouth, and in this video we discuss the Mutt phenomenon in Karnataka. The answer lies in the culture and cult of monasteries and monks dating back hundreds of years. For starters, these institutions represent different communities, each acting as an arbiter of their own flock. So Brahmins, Lingayats, Vokkaligas and Kurubas each have their own string of monasteries and monks. Some even cater to subsects, for example Panchamshalis within the larger Lingayat community. The Siddaganga Mutt in Tumkur, Tonttadaarya Mutt in Gadag, Suttur Mutt in Mysuru, Taralabaalu Jagadguru Brihanmath, Sirigere and Murugha Mutt in Chitradurga are among the most prominent for Lingayats, the largest community in the state, while Adichunchungiri Mutt, based in Mandya, is the go-to place for Vokkaligas. The Kurubas swear by Kanaka Guru Peetha in Kaginele. So just how influential are these mutts? Are the monks who control these centers really so powerful that they influence polls? Or is it mostly just bluster? It is, for the most part, a combination of both. With assembly polls just around the corner, most politicians have made or have scheduled to make visits to these muttas. On various occasions, muttas have influenced policies by mobilizing supporters and flexing muscle on the street. In 2011, after being in the dock for an illegal mining scam, the BJP asked its Chief Minister Yediyurappa to resign. Yediyurappa, being the tallest leader in the state from the Lingayat community, seers jumped in and protested against his removal. In 2021 too, seers rallied behind Yediyurappa when another controversy hit his office. The BJP didn't blink, although they appointed another Lingayat, Baswaraj Bommai, as CM. In 2014, the Siddaramaiah-led Congress government moved a bill to bring in institutions founded by Muttas and other religious organizations under government control. Pontiffs from various communities opposed, and Siddaramaiah-led Congress had to drop the bill. The most recent Mutt-led movement was launched by the Panchamshali Lingayats, who demanded a higher reservation. This seems to have opened a Pandora's box, with the government eventually scrapping the 4% quota set for Muslims and splitting it 50-50 between Lingayats and Vokkaligas. As is the case with religious institution of any hue, Muttas too have had their fair share of controversies. The head priest of Murugha Mutt in Chitradurga was accused of repeatedly sexually assaulting two girls while they were residing at the seminary hostel. He is currently under arrest under the POSCO Act. Probably the culture of monasteries was sown in Karnataka with the establishment of the famous Sirigere Mutt by the legendary Adichankaracharya in modern-day Chikballapura district in the 8th century. The history of Muttas can broadly be traced into three phases. Brahmin Muttas go back to 1,000 years, and Lingayats started establishing their own Muttas about 800 years ago. Around the 1970s, the Vokkaligas realized that the Lingayats were more organized because of these Muttas, and with the help of H.D. Devegowda, they set their own Mutta, Adichunchungiri. In the 1990s, Shivamurthy Muruga Sharanaru, who is currently in jail, inspired other subsects to set up their own spiritual centers. So from the 90s, Kurubas, banjaras, tribals, dalits, mainly those from backward communities, started setting up their own centers. Cut to modern-day Karnataka, where many have become vote banks and some caste banks. When certain communities become lobby groups and ensure that their flock grows at the cost of others, it has several negative consequences on the state and society as a whole. It also results in social division because communities start competing with each other for limited resources and privileges. Creeping money and muscle power can affect the integrity of seers. When these spiritual centers become politically aligned, it can result in a loss of faith and trust among people who see these institutions as non-partisan and apolitical. It can also harm the democratic process because some lobby groups use this to gain unfair advantage from the government. The contribution of muttas and spiritual centers in setting up hospitals and schools in rural areas where the government may not be able to reach is undoubtedly commendable. They also run orphanages and do charity work in the rural areas of the state, which is otherwise largely ignored. They also conduct a wide range of welfare activities, conduct community events, support local artisans, and ensure that they preserve and promote the local cultural heritage. While it raises questions of separation of caste, politics, and religion, It also underscores the important role that religion and spirituality continue to play in the lives of those in Karnataka.